AI snake oil. That's what it is, too. No different than in the late 1800s when you had your snake oil salesman. Yep, saying that just take this venom and it's going to cure whatever you have. And it's all bullshit. Same thing. The reason they keep pushing that AI is going to be smarter than you, or that it's already smarter, and they keep pushing that, oh no, it's never wrong, is because they want this system to control you. That's why. Understand that's what it's about. Can AI, yes, as I've said before, it can do things faster, but they want it, they will push this at every level, that everything it says is right, and a lot of areas it's wrong. So one of the areas it has like a 90% fail is when it comes to predicting human beings. Yeah. But then that goes along with your Minority Report, the movie, and Thought Crime. Yeah. But they won't release the data apparently. But people on the inside have said the predictive of human beings, because no matter how much data you give AI, human beings are different than machines. Where it is very good at is facial recognition, unfortunately, which leads to your surveillance system, your way you can surveil and do like what they do with the Uyghurs in China, which is the small Muslim population that they keep them enslaved because of facial recognition and knowing where their whereabouts are every single moment. And so the facial recognition is very accurate, unfortunately. The other thing that's happening is the insurance companies are and the hospitals are, many of them are using AI to determine how long somebody should stay after surgery. So say, I guess there was a case where somebody had a surgery and AI said they should not have to be in the hospital more than 17 days. So what ended up happening, well, the patient wasn't ready to be released. They weren't even up walking with a walker yet. But insurance said, we're not going to pay anymore because AI told us they should be out of there in 17 days. So this is the problem when you remove the human beings, because a human being would have recognized, no, we need, but this is all about serving these billionaires running healthcare, okay? These CEOs are a danger to health. They are a danger to healthcare, everything they're doing, and they're failures. And I'll show why I say that in a minute. But understand that the reason all your Silicon Valley dirtbags are carrying on about how great and smarter AI is, and we're on the verge of an AI revolution, is because they want it to be your master. Because it serves them. It'll serve the hospital CEOs. Because no, AI said this. AI said this. Look, there are so many failures going on, okay? And there's not enough people standing up and saying, no, we need to do the right thing here. First of all, it's one thing if you want to be a failure in retail, okay, like your CEO, if they want to, be a failure at a company like that. But to be a failure, and you're a CEO, and it's most of them, in healthcare, you're putting people's lives in danger. So this was 2 days ago. Arkansas hospital hit with immediate jeopardy warning amid leadership turmoil. Yeah, so immediate jeopardy is a big deal because it means they're at immediate jeopardy to lose their CMS funding, which is, your Medicaid and Medicare, which is a majority of patients. So they had it lifted, but let me just show you. So this was one of the reasons. Surveyors found it lacked adequate emergency diagnostic laboratory services. But it goes on. Surveyors visiting the hospital determined the facility did not have 24/7 emergency diagnostic laboratory services and lacked sufficient staffing to safely perform laboratory tests. Then, if you go below here, it says the hospital recognizes, and see, they always put out these ridiculous things like that. They understand that they've made a mistake. It Doesn't mean anything. We take these as it says in the middle of the paragraph down there, we take these findings very seriously. No, they don't, because they wouldn't keep repeating these problems if that were true. During the survey, interim CEO Jody Edmondson confirmed to surveyors that the hospital was without a lab director following the departure of several key leaders. So when CEOs are losing leaders left and right, then where's the problem? The CEOs. But they are failures on so many levels, and they will not stop from their bullshit. And so it's becoming a danger they're becoming a danger to society, in my opinion, and Silicon Valley is as well. Then further down here, the immediate jeopardy warning, which places hospitals at risk of losing CMS funding, comes amid leadership turmoil. On November 1st, hospital commissioners voted to terminate CEO Angie Shaw and appointed Ms. Edmondson, the hospital's human resources director, as acting CEO while it searches for a permanent replacement. Ms. Shaw later told local news outlet that her firing came after several staff members brought forth harassment complaints surrounding the hospital's CFO, Cynthia Upsurp. I can't see part of the last name. In the days after Ms. Shaw's termination, commissioners also terminated Jessica Petrino, the hospital's nursing director. Other key leaders, including the hospital's lab director, reportedly resigned following the leadership shakeup. So here, the failure here is the CEOs, and it's pretty much all of them, because they're all just doing the same thing, and what they're all really focused on is having the least amount of staff, so they're a danger to patients and care. I mean, where I'm at, we're going to be forced to take 14 to 16. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. At some point, you need to say, no, this is not safe. And it's not even about safety. It's not fair to patients. So that's why I've been saying for 4 years now, these people should be served jail time, these C-suite executives, because hitting them with fines and jeopardy letters isn't going to do any good. But the cyber attacks, you should just go look how many, especially this year, they're just getting worse. So why is it that, shouldn't at this point, with the amount of multiple millions of HIPAA violations that every hospital CEO has caused, why shouldn't they should serve jail time for that? Or, multiple fines, but that's not going to do any good for them. Because you would hold the lower level responsible, but their excuse would be, well, we didn't foresee or we couldn't help that, cyber gangs broke into our system. Well, but you keep the same system in place and it keeps happening. So then it falls on your being a failure. Once again, when you lose all your leaders, you're the failure. When you have continual cyber attacks that leads to millions of people's data being breached to where it's in the hands of cyber gangs that have know everybody's address, everything, then CEOs should go to jail for that shit. Massachusetts-based hospital fell victim to cyber gang last year, leading to hundreds of thousands of patients having their data exposed. Hackers attack a hospital again. These are just this month. There's so many. Schneider Regional Medical Center computer system suffered its second malware attack this year. Hospital cyber attack exposes data on nearly 1 million patients. Electronic patient record software account compromised with disastrous results, and it's happening worldwide. And the ones I showed are just a few. There's a whole lot more. So at the very least, every CEO in the country that's had a cyber attack, you have committed HIPAA violations, because you'd think that you'd want to go back to the old system, and I don't mean paper charting, but where you didn't have monopolies, you weren't all into your AI stuff, because this AI is making things worse. It's a danger to patients. And that's why these people need to be held accountable, because they're putting patients' lives at risk because of their continual failures leading healthcare.